Both the banks which service mortgages and the federal government insist they are doing everything possible to help troubled homeowners avoid foreclosure. But our NBC News investigation has found that's sometimes not been the case. Two insiders who saw the process firsthand say the deck often is stacked against homeowners who deserve help. For almost 10 years, Chris Wyatt worked as a vice president for a large mortgage servicing company. A year ago, he quit the business. He says he couldn't stomach what he saw, a widespread unwillingness to help troubled homeowners by permanently modifying their loans, and worse, a deliberate strategy of pushing families into foreclosure. Has there been a rush to foreclose in your view?
I think there has been a rush to foreclose. I think the thing that most made me upset is that you had people that qualified for loan modifications that were denied and went into foreclosure.
Lost their homes.
Lost their homes.
Even though they deserved modifications.
Even though they would have qualified and deserved a modification.
Why would a bank or servicer do that?
It comes down to dollars and cents.
Wyatt says the bottom line is that when you count all the fees and expenses, servicers make more money by foreclosing than by modifying a loan. Even with incentives, the government pays for modifications.
They have a huge financial incentive to foreclose.
Wyatt, who's now a paid expert witness against banks, says servicers also were overwhelmed by the sheer number of people asking for help and denied some modifications just to clear up the backlog. Is there ever any consideration of the human carnage?
In the servicing industry? No, I don't think so.
Caroline Herron saw it all from a different angle. She helped design and implement the government's loan modification program as a consultant at Fannie Mae, the agency helping the Treasury Department run the program. She says there was pressure to get homeowners into trial modifications. Why was there such a rush to get people into these trial modifications?
Because the program was supposed to help up to 4 million people, and they needed to make progress.
So it was about the numbers?
It was about the numbers.
She says she warned Fannie Mae executives the program was hurting some homeowners, and they ignored her.
Fannie Mae executives were worried about getting the trial modification numbers up, and so we could deal with problems later.
Last year, Fannie Mae fired Herron. She says it's because of the concerns she raised. She's suing the agency. Fannie Mae says an investigation found no merit to her allegations.
You know, over time, I've just begun to think that this really wasn't as much about homeowners as it was originally portrayed, and it feels like it was more about the banks.
Even though publicly they said it was all about helping homeowners.
Correct. It seemed to be appease the banks, appease the investors, and we'll worry about the homeowners last.
Fannie Mae would not comment further on Herron's allegations. Treasury officials acknowledge that the performance of servicers has been inadequate, but say they don't have the power to police them. In a settlement with bank regulators, servicers recently agreed to review foreclosures over the last 2 years and improve their treatment of customers. But critics say that is entirely inadequate and are pressing for tougher sanctions and big fines. Have a look at our next report. Allegations that banks are filing illegitimate loan documents to speed foreclosure cases.